Hello and welcome to the J and J presents the Ultimate Team Unofficial podcast with me, Jamie, and no Jordan. Sadly, Jordan has contracted COVID, man flu. I don't know. We're not bothered about Jordan really. He's only really here to be my fluffer. So whether he makes it through the night or not, we can find a replacement. If not, we can do it alone. Not a problem. Where we discuss all things FUT from the average man's perspective. And they don't come any more average than me, I can assure you. My wife can assure you too. Very, very average. This is a difficult second podcast. How do you build on the enormity of the first? I don't know. I hear you ask. How do you do it? Well, you start off by talking about Mbappe. Mbappe's got a 92 rating for next FIFA 23, when it drops late September. No one was really expecting anything different. We all thought we'd be dealing with a Real Madrid based Mbappe, but he took a silly contract instead. I don't blame him the money. I find it odd he wants the control over the manager, but FC Mbappe, we'll see how they do in this year's Champions League. But special cards will all be out of our price range unless you're a big spender or very lucky, and we'll see where we go from there. But that Mbappe card, I don't know, even now, even his gold card's got that little bit of magic to it. I think sometimes with the big cards on FIFA, there's almost like a hidden layer of stats. Maybe it's the traits, but they just perform differently. They're just above. Say you take like a Mason Mount who doesn't have many traits and whatnot, and then you elevate him to a 94 rating. When you look at these Mbappe cards, they're just above other things, which is pretty cool. So leading into our next point is how the weekend league went for me. So a good friend of mine, Boucher, absolute rat of a player, rat of a man. We love him anyway, but you know, like me, he's Yorkshire. I'm half Yorkshire. He's full Yorkshire, so he's tighter than me. He sent me a challenge. He said, "Right, you've got to use any formation I give you. You can't change the formation. You can only change your in-game tactics, so your custom tactics. But the formation has to remain the same." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that, mate. Yeah, fine, go for it. Bring it on." He gave me the formation with all the wingers. It should be on screen. Which was really mean. So 3 at the back, 2 midfield, left, right wing, left forward, right forward, and a striker. This is a formation that people only use to get back in games. I had to do the entire weekend with that formation. Now, had I known what formation he was going to give me, I probably would have picked exactly the same one to give him. So, you utter git. It wasn't too bad. I finished with 59 points. I did play all games on Friday. So, as I discussed last week, I can suffer from a bit of burnout. I might have got there. I had a few lovely people rage quit on me, including one notable one when I hit 3-all after being 3-0 down. So, thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate that. So, it's like everything, isn't it? They really need to stop this rage quit thing. It's permeating every game mode. Stop me getting to 60, but it's all right. It's all right. It was a fun weekend, actually. I played at the same time Bouch was on. And we both spent the entire time swaying at each other for giving each other useless formations. I gave him 5 at the back with wingers. And yeah, he wasn't a fan. So payback, baby, payback. So it's not too bad. So talking about how the weekend league went in terms of the patch. Now, I found it very interesting. The one thing to say about it is they have toned down the defending. Now, the trouble is, what that does mean is someone like me who manually defends more, I find the tackling was a little bit loose, really loose. So I seem to be putting more tackles in and not winning the ball. Now, obviously, that's a detriment to my game. There appears to be a little issue of... lovely. Email there, sorry. There appears to be a little issue of... a lock-on issue with the defenders, which was a bit of a problem. Something didn't quite feel right there. So definitely there's advantage to the attacker. Now, that's not good balance. That's not good balance. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, I conceded a lot from crosses, and low drivens were overpowered, really overpowered. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. But it's like everything. It's be careful what you wish for with EA. It's like that time when on FIFA 19 everyone was moaning about the timed finesses. So people moaned about it. So they took finesses out of the game essentially and made sure they didn't work. You've got to be really careful what you wish for, because I think this has gone slightly too far. But again, are we getting a little taste? Why are we patching in July now? It seems like a waste of time. I know, yeah, okay, it's the end of September when the new game comes, but it seems like a waste of time. But who knows? I mean, EA do EA things, and we go along for the ride. It's a good time of year to play with all the special cards in packs. So, and it's hassle free FIFA now. There's no pressure. It doesn't matter what rank you get. It doesn't matter anyway. But no one's really holding on to anything now. You're not proving anything to anyone. You're just doing it because you enjoy the ride, or you got nothing better to do on the weekend, which ultimately most of us don't. So that really comes down to it. And if you've got something better to do, then we envy you. We envy you. But yes, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, so like the formation I chose for Bouch, I just mentioned earlier, is was 5 at the back, 2 midfielders, wingers, I think, and then a lone striker, something like that. Anyway, I can't really remember exactly. It should be on screen. That was fun because he hated it, and after what he saddled me with, I'm more than happy to hear him moan. So we both finished in 59 points. I think either of us got anything amazing. There's a couple of special cards in a clip at the end of the video, 2 shapeshifters together. They're the 2 I got in my rewards. They really weren't anything to shout about, hence why I've forgotten what they were. They'll just go in an SBC. So the next formation that Bouch has chosen for me, no, I've chosen for Bouch, is we've chosen for each other. I'm getting 4-3-2-1, which was a big formation in FIFA 18 or FIFA 17. Both of those, it was a really big formation, but I actually favour more attackers now. So I do like a 4-4-2, something along those lines. And I've chosen for him 4-4-1-1. Only because he likes a lot of hold-up play. So I actually tried to choose a formation that could actually be beneficial to his style of play. So he's quite difficult. He's quite twisty and turny with the ball. So it just suits him to hold that ball up. So it'll be a bit nicer to each other this week, because after last week, it was another level, just another level pain. So yeah, we've both had a little truce on that one. There's a friend of ours called James. He streams, and his Twitch name is on screen, and it's JamesEG95. Now this guy's a trading Leviathan. He really is. He's not an average man. He puts on money at the start of the game. It's the only game he plays, and no one begrudges anyone their own style of play with FIFA. But he's a very, very high standard of player, and the important thing is, and the more interesting reason to follow him is, he's currently sat on a transfer profit of 67 million. So yeah, okay, he does load his account with points at the start of the game, a couple £100 worth, and then he enters the trading market, and the guy makes coins. He makes coins after coins, and he's just, bear coins, I think the kids say. Bear Grylls coins, just got coins coming out of his nostrils. And he's tried every player. He really has. He'll probably be featuring in here from time to time, because he's got some interesting things to say. So keep an eye out for him. But do check him out on Twitch, and he's on YouTube as well. Like I said, it was on the screen, so give him a little follow. So next thing I want to talk about is the penalty, the penalty of doom, I like to call it. I don't know what to say about it. You watch the video that should be running as we speak. Unbelievable. It's more like a rugby tackle. I've never seen anything like it. I was 3-1 down in draft. I needed the goal. The game finished 4-3. I lost, so the penalty would have been massive. But to see myself taken out in that way, I mean, it's a bit like of Mice and Men, where George takes Lenny out the back and shoots him. That's what it feels like. So sorry, spoilers if anyone's not studied that at school or read the book. But yeah, one of them gets shot in the back of the head. So it's what it feels like. It's what it looked like. It's painful. It's painful. No one likes losing that much, and especially when it's something like that. But it was quite funny. I'm still laughing about it now, really. I sent it to a few friends who said, I don't know what the issue is, which, knowing my group of friends, just should really say it all. You just know, like, to see the guy go to ground, take me out entirely, the ball just run away. There's no impact on the ball whatsoever. But he gets away with it. He gets away with it. I genuinely I think I said at the time, penalty, excellent. And then I watched the ball run away, expecting it to be called back to penalty spot. It just didn't. It really didn't. It just didn't happen. So all fun and games in collision detection world of FIFA. So going on, I had a game yesterday where I matched the famous Boucher, my friend and enemy, in qualifying for Foot Champs. Very excited to play this game. Very excited to play this game. It was an exciting game to play, but I'm glad I clipped the goals, because when you see them, you see what a rat the man is. The luck of him, the utter luck of him. I don't know how you managed to score 4 fluky goals, but he did. And last week I was talking about animations not necessarily being a big thing. Turns out they are, and they can win you games. And I know we alluded to it, but being on the end of something where he wasn't really playing football, he was just trying a skill move that it doesn't matter if you're in the way, you make a tackle, you're coming out with the ball and you win. It leaves a sour taste in the mouth. And look, not only that, he's messaged everyone in the friendship group to say he beat me. He's messaging me asking if I want any tips. Bear in mind, this is a game we were both laughing at during it happened. I think he's even messaged my mum, but that could be about something else. No, I'm joking. He's messaging everyone, telling him how good a player he is because he snuck a 5-3 victory. And even the last goal, the goalkeeper dives and his arm shrinks. It's like it shrinks and it extends once the ball's gone past. As I said, it is clipped. You can see it. It's probably running on screen now, or I'm waffling past it. I don't want to say scripting, but clearly they knew he was up against a superior opponent, so he needed some extra help. I can't think what else it could be, because I don't believe in scripting, but I believe that I've been cheated. Never mind. I'll get over it eventually. So moving on. So SBCs, we've got Diaz, the Liverpool icon, I guess now, because now you're at Anfield. You're looked upon in ways normal players aren't. Someone who came in, did reasonably well, scored some goals, got some assists. Liverpool fans are absolutely mad on him. The interesting thing about this SBC is, for one good thing, is under 300k, which is great, and all the special cards. Well, I say all the special cards. There's 100 special cards back in packs now, so brings those SBC costs down. He's got 99 pace. He's got like really high shooting, good passing, good physical, really high dribbling. So it's a really good area of the cards in. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Some people they prefer those 5-star skills, but you know, I can take them or leave them personally. But the interesting thing about the card is it's got green links to all Premier League players. So I don't know if this is a little nod to how next year is going to work, but that to me I find quite fascinating. I'm going to do him anyway just to try him. I said last week I did Marco Reus, and I'll be honest, I barely used him. And I do like a Reus card, so I will try to give him a go. But he looks good. He looks good value. On top of that, we've got Havertz. Havertz has got the same skill moves, weak foot, so 4-star, 5-star, 5-star skills, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Really good stats. He's a bit cheaper than Diaz, but again, I guess he's going to have that same links. I don't know if it's a footy trait. I've not checked because I've not done him yet. But maybe green links for everyone. If not, obviously you've got those footy friendlies at the minute, which a bit vile. because it's a sweat fest, because you've got to get 26 wins out of a possible 35 games, and every player's got to be from the same team. Now, so he's a good option for that, especially with a Mason Mount and the Reece James card that they're out in objectives. So it's a good opportunity to fill up a Chelsea team. I've not tried him, so I can't say how good he is, but he could be worth a go. I think he's under 250k, so possibly check him out. But those friendlies, there's people quitting in that. I mean, why we got rage quits now? I said last week people need to be rounded up and shot, or at least sterilised. I thoroughly believe that. Genuinely, I really do. It's happening in friendlies. It's like so you go into a friendly where if you if you lose an opportunity at a pack. You're quitting. You're not even playing. You're quitting the game. Don't go in there if you're not willing to lose. So many people are just out to just try to screw people over. It's a problem. It's a real problem. The other SBC we've got at the moment, that people get very excited about, not me, but people do, is the icon player pick. Now they've upped that from 92 plus to 93 plus. Now, apparently there's still over 50 icons available at that rating. So the stats aren't on your side. Obviously they're worth doing if you get something big, but the pool of what's available now is quite small. Well, hang on, no, sorry. The pool of what you want to use now is quite small, as opposed to being able to use pretty much anything, because as the year's gone on, there's so many other viable options. Now, personally, I'll be staying away from that. But yeah, the last thing is the new hero cards that are coming now. I'm sorry if there's other noise in the background. It's my son. He's just woken up. He's not very well today, unfortunately. So he's pottering around places. Could also be the fan in the background, but no, that one definitely is. So we've got new hero cards coming for the next FIFA. Now, after the success of some of them this year, we're not talking about the Middle Eastern base card. I can't remember his name, but that's who I got from my first SBC when my mates rocking Joe Cole. Like the Joe Cole he was vile at the start of the game. He was very, very good. He was very, very good. Junlar was absolute evil card to play against. Well worth the coins at the time. Very, very good card. So we know how successful they can be. Obviously with good links. Apparently they're gonna have perfect chem, providing they're in the right position next year. So that's great. But yeah, so we've got Juninho coming, be an interesting one. The small Brazilian wizard who was absolute dynamite with free kicks when he was at Borough. Now, I can't remember how long he was there for, but I remember him there for a season. I believe he left and come back again. Don't quote me on it, though, because I can't really remember. But he was a good throwback to early Premier League era. The very, very good little player. He actually won Player of the Season when Middlesbrough got relegated. I mean, that just shows the ability that player had. So he could be one to be interesting to look at. Got Ledley King, who was a bit of a monster defender, who could only ever play like every other game. So he could be interesting. Harry Kewell, one for the Leeds fans and Liverpool, because he turned out for both. Dirk Cow. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I really am. Who else we got? Sorry, we've gone this way. Park Ji-sung. It's one for the United enthusiasts, because obviously he's a bit of an unsung hero, no pun intended, with United fans. Especially when Pirlo raves about him, because he absolutely kept him out of the game once. And he was sort of underused, and I think Alex Ferguson said he was one of the biggest regrets not letting him play in the Champions League final. And then Yaya Toure. Now, if Yaya Toure's got anything to go by, I've not played some previous FIFAs because I've never really used one when he was absolute height of Yaya Toure-ness, for lack of a better word, when he was an absolute monster. But if you get throwback to that, the card's going to be vile, it's going to be expensive, absolute powerhouse, perfect until you can get a Vieira maybe. I just remember his performances. I remember being in a pub in Hackney. I might have been the FA Cup semi-final, watching Manchester United play Man City. It could have been the League Cup, I'm not really sure. No, League Cup would have been done by then. And Yaya Toure scoring the only goal of the game. He was just a monstrous player, huge presence, attack, defence. He just had it all. Just whatever you do, you've got to buy him a birthday cake. that concludes this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, flying solo. Well, not solo now. Got my duo. And I hope to see you all next week. Thank you very much. This is like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, of course. What are you even waiting for? Go subscribe. See you later. Bye.